Okay, where are we? Day 8?
We're day 8, yep.
We're day 8 on our free range refit here in Townsville, and we are well on track for it to be twice as long and 30% more expensive, which is, everyone knows that that's just a standard refit. We were going to just take the anti-foul off and just tune up the injectors. What have we done instead?
Well, sounding the paint, the anti-foul revealed a whole lot of osmosis blisters. So I was on the grind for a day clearing those out. Oh,
it was even more, I think, because I got in there as well.
We kept finding some. Troy got in there too. And we also found some in the paint above the waterline of the hull.
Yep.
So that's led to us deciding to also paint. We were only going to paint the anti-foul, but now we're going to paint the whole hull.
Yep, we'll just do the whole hull. We're still not going to do the deck because it's still, you know what, it doesn't look great, but it's still serviceable, and we're not that rich yet. So it's still, we're looking a little bit scabby, but you know, we'll get there. For my part, the engine, I noticed a bit of white smoke, and I knew that we would be having a dribbling injector. The oil was still great, all right, so I knew that we weren't getting seawater past the head. So a dribbling injector, one of the injectors just plain would not come out. Had some help from a fella here, Greg, who's a diesel fitter. And usually, sometimes all you need is just someone just saying, yeah, you're doing the right thing, and just giving you encouragement to keep going, which is, because sometimes you doubt yourself. We got that out, and then in doing so, the pre-combustion chambers had to come out as well, which meant in the end that I had to take the head off.
Yeah. And
we had to wait for head gaskets and blah, blah, blah. And now, because of lacking parts, I've had to send the injectors off to Cairns, where we've just left.
Yeah, because I couldn't service them in Townsville in time.
Yeah, so, I mean, so the parts were about $900, and once the injectors are done, that's another $500, so it's about $1,400.
Yeah, and what about the piece that you had to order where the bolt was stuck in? The gearbox piece. That was like another $200 or $300.
Oh, the coupling.
The coupling.
Yeah, the solid gold but rubber coated coupling. Yeah, so there's a few bits and pieces. Things are getting old. Like we've used this boat hard, so it's no big surprise. Yeah. It's still going to come in relatively inexpensive, I think, for this refit in the grand scheme of things. But I wouldn't expect us to suddenly emerge butterfly-like from the chrysalis. I think it's just going to be, Marul's going to look pretty much the same. Yeah. But just under the surface, she's going to be a lot more reliable. And the engine, under the surface. Yeah. But at least the hull will look good. Yeah. And the anti-foul will be restored. Yeah. And it's not really super cheap to haul out in Australia. So we're really, really grateful for your support, because it's costing us like $65 Australian, so like 50 US a day to be out on the hard. That's why we want to get it done as quick as possible. I've instructed Pascal to stop finding any more problems. No, that's not true at all. I found a couple this morning. So we have to stop doing that. Yeah. But what we're going to do is we're going to do the hull. Yeah. We're going to get that engine in, and we're going to splash, and then we can, while Marul's floating, there's a few other things that I'd like to do, like a new bow roller made of stainless steel. We're going to upgrade our solar capacity. I'm going to add another 300 watts. Yes, because we've been running the batteries really low by producing videos. We can't make enough power at the moment. Well, not in renewable. We can top it up with the alternator. Oh yeah, we've been doing that, of course, yeah. So we have been charging the batteries back up, but we have been deep cycling them. Yes. Because free range sailing is a power hungry beast. So yeah, we'll do that. So the refit will continue. So at the moment we've basically been just doing fairly boring sanding and opening blisters and engine work. But there's a little bit more to go. Cleaning the bilge. I just love cleaning bilges. That's all that was. So what do you think? Once we splash in about a week, I reckon another 3 or so weeks, when we're floating, we'll probably get what we want done. I wouldn't mind giving the cockpit a little bit of a birthday. I wouldn't mind redoing some of the electrics. Yeah, we had initially put down to do all these things up on the hard, but it's actually much cheaper for us to be in the marina to do the work. So that's why we've gone with that option. Yeah. And what we were imagining Like the anti-foul for a couple of days, that's blown out. The engine for a couple of days, that's blown out. So everything's just blown out.
Standard.
But we have to do it because we want to take you guys hundreds of miles offshore to the Diamond Islets fairly soon. And we're going to spend the whole summer just doing remote area travel just like we always do.
Yeah.
All right? We don't hang out in marinas, do we?
No.
Enjoying the
Unless
local
it's
nightlife.
Refit.
Yeah, so that's a bit of a bummer. But anyway,
that's our little update that we wanted to give you, just to tell you where we're at.
and to say once again, thank you very much for your support.
Yes.
And it's a wrap. I might go and put some safety gear on and start up the grinder.
Oh yeah, to get the blisters before we clean.
I've had all the cups of tea I can. I can't procrastinate anymore.
I thought we'd finish the blisters, and then this morning I heard Troy with a drill. I was like, no, not more.
I couldn't help
3
myself.
more little blisters.
If you're going to do it,
You've got to do it properly.
you've got to do it half-assed, don't you? No, properly. All right. Take care. Thank you very much.
Yes.
And we are hard at work here at Free Range Sailing Townsville.